obviously, having just moved into 2026, there have been many messages of Happy New Year. Some people know I don't really celebrate it. I say Happy 2026, in response to things, but it does feel weird, even though I'm in a sunnier climate or a different environment that's not dictated by 4 seasons and the winter equinox. And oi, Ginger! That sorry, the cat's just come in. And the main point of coming on was basically, when we move into a new year, new season, it's about rebirth. You're not meant to feel knackered. I feel exhausted for multiple reasons, but also like my DNA is rooted in this being hibernation time in the winter. Maybe I put a video out about this before last year. I really can't remember anymore what I talk about in the videos, but the fact is that we're not meant to be gearing up for newness. We're meant to be just flowing through time, which is kind of irrelevant and structured anyway from a matrix sort of point of view. We're not really meant to be gearing up for anything. We're meant to be listening to the body, resting when's needed, honouring. I mean, we just gone through a big full moon. I don't know if anybody else felt this Cancer moon. It was pretty emotional, as to be expected with the water signs, but felt very full. It felt very retro as well, like it was bringing up stories from quite a long time ago. So feels like my body is processing a lot. It could be also that I've just really eaten a really big meal. But really, I think there's a lot of pressure for people to start afresh, to start new year, new wardrobe, new me, new regime, new this, new that, in the dead of winter. And I think more and more of us are waking up to the fact that it doesn't feel right, like in our body, if we practice like rising with like circadian rhythms. It doesn't feel like we're in the sprightly spring energy. I'm a spring baby, so for me naturally it does feel like this is the sleep and slumber when I was in the womb before being popped out in April. And there's been talk about it obviously being a very potent but potentially manufactured portal because of everybody being in the same space or synchronized space of timing the countdown and almost mimicking each other around the globe, obviously depending on time zones, during that end of the year period. And so if not used correctly, those energies can, I think, knock us out, to be honest. It's electric, there's a lot of high, like fireworks, chaos, sparks, like noise, sound, like destructive energy that can take us out of our own alignment and listening to portal days. People say any day can be a portal, as I've said before, but whatever, it's just an interesting one as we move from one year to the next. Chinese calendar says that 2026, the energies of the fire horse don't really kick in till obviously February, mid-Feb. But I was just putting this message out to say hello to people, but also how everybody's feeling right now, whether people believe in the Bible or Epiphany, what's coming up, or whether we're closer to the sun now than ever before, or 3-eye atlas, or whatever's going on. There's an intensity from the sun and a level of fatigue that is dominating conversations I'm having with people, and also dream state. Dream state is bonkers right now, and I just wanted to send a message of love and check in to see if you're doing all right, because there's a lot of pressure after Christmas and New Year, and it's not always the greatest of time in some places, in some families. So I trust that we're just taking it slow, and we don't really need to achieve anything by a certain point, or we don't need to start anything by a certain point. We just put one foot in the aligned direction according to how much energy we have in one particular day. And some of us might be getting wiped out a little bit by the energy occasionally because of these mass ejections and these huge spikes in revelationary consciousness, in revelation, in consciousness. Like, stuff that's happening right now is weird. It's just weird. I don't know if anyone else is timeline hopping or jumping into portals, like literally in front of your face, and it's a strange existence right now. And just that we root in love, and we're really, really every day conscious of the frequency that we're holding and maintaining and putting out, even if that requires us restarting 10 times in a day because we're feeling heavier energies of frustration or anger, which I did feel today due to a road thing. So it's always good to come back and cleanse and get out of those energies, because they're not for our highest good. 616 on the clock. So yeah.